designers, welcome back to another beautiful episode with Learn with Elizabeth. And in this episode, I'll be showing you how to make a cup sleeve. You can see how beautiful it's looking out. Trust me, it's very simple and straightforward to understand, and you will learn it in a second. So let's dive into the making. Here, I cut out my fabric in a rectangular form. It's been folded into two this way. What we are seeing here is folded into two. See, I open it up that you can have a better understanding of what I'm trying to say. So learning with me will make you to understand every step of making of this caps. So we fold it into two. I can actually leave it like this. It's okay for me, but my aim is I don't want to have a sewing at the hem. I don't want to have it sewing at the hem, so I'll be folding it into four. If you want to achieve the same thing, you can fold it into four, but if you want to manage your fabric or your fabric is not enough, you can do two. Then you hem it down at the down part. So this is me folding into four. You can see, so the folded part will be the hem of the sleeve. I measure the length I'm working with. I'm working with 5 inches as my length. For the cap sleeve, the sleeve should not be too long. That's why it's called a cap sleeve in the first place. It should not be too long. Then I'll measure my round sleeve. You can determine your round sleeve form. Some people, it will not get to the armpit area. It will not get to the armpit area. It will not be closed. So you can work with whichever one you know that work best for you. So I'll connect the line in an arc form. My chalk is not visible enough here, so just follow what I'm doing. You get it correctly. So it will be cut out in an arc form. After cutting it out, you see what I'm trying to explain here. So I'm going to cut out that part. So because my chalk is not visible, the fabric is what is it called? Scuba pen. So that's why the chalk is not really visible. I don't want to use a pen on it. So I've cut it out. You can see it's cut out in an arc shape. I open it up. So this is one sleeve. So for those that want to do a sewing, I want to have a sewing at the hem, you can actually cut this sleeve into two. Then you have your two sleeve. But for me, I don't want to have a sewing at the end part. So I'll be working with this. You can actually leave your cap sleeve this way, or you go ahead and give it a pleat at the upper part so that the cup can come out well. You can see the effect of the cup very well before sewing. So I notch out the middle part, then I'm having a 5 pleats. So the 2 will be at the other side, 1 will be at the middle, then the other 2 will be at the other side, okay? So you can measure it, you can determine what you want to work with. Just work with anyone that is fine for you. Learning from someone does not mean you should actually pick everything that person is saying. You can watch it, then you digest it to your own understanding. You convert it to your own understanding. There are different and numerous ways of achieving one thing. In 1,000 ways, you will still get the same result. So here I'm sewing it down. So I've notched it and I measure what I want to have as my plate there. So I'll fold the first pleat, the first plate. This is the second plate I'm folding here. Then the third plate will fall on the notch area. You can see I paused there to explain that better. The third plate will fall on the notch area so that we can have 5 plates on the sleeve. Okay, so here I'm completing. I think this should be the 5th one. So this is the 5th one, and I'm making. So it's very simple. So after that, you can actually leave it this way. You can see that our cup is coming out. You can actually leave it this way. Some people even call it baby sleeve. Baby sleeve. So it's adult makes use of it and for kids. So the next thing I'm doing here is for me to give it a dart. You can actually leave it dartless or just add a dart to bring out the cup effect very well. So you fold your fabric into two after you've pleated it. Then you give it a dart. You can measure 1/2 inch, determine whatsoever you want to do. use as the dart intake. You measure here I'm measuring half an inch, and I'll sew it to the top of the sleeve. I'll sew it down to the top of the sleeve. You can make it straight, you can make your dart straight, you can curve it, just be creative with whatsoever you are working with. You can see I'm giving it a little curve. I'm not sewing it the way we do sew that. So I'm curving it a little bit. So you can also do that, or you just sew it the way you do sew that. Whichever one is fine, everything will come out well. So this is the end of it. You can see how beautiful it's coming out. Now I'll be fixing it to the dress I'm working with. See you in the next episode. Bye.